What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and in this video I've got something really special for you. I was just recently, like last night, going through all of the stuff that I came home from prison with, letters that chicks wrote me telling how much of a sorry piece of shit I was and that I would never amount to anything, as well as artwork, tons of cartoons that I created while locked up, and also pictures. Yes, that's right, I ran across a whole bunch of pictures that I took while in prison, and in this video I want to share those with you. We're going to take a look at some of these pictures that I took while in prison. Some of these have some pretty crazy stories along with them as well, so I hope this is something that you will enjoy. And without further ado, what do you say we just dive head first into this video? Now, a lot of these pictures I found came from what's called Picture Project. And Picture Project is basically where prisoners are able to buy these little picture tickets off of commissary. They cost like $2. And you can use these picture tickets to go to Picture Project. And this is where prisoners can go to take pictures to send to their loved ones, to their pen pals, maybe to Punk Tattoo Guy. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding when I say that, or am I? Now, where prisoners usually take these pictures is either somewhere like in the gym or a designated Picture Project area in the prison. And the crazy damn thing about it is that when prisoners go to these picture projects, they do their damnedest to try to make sure they look like the coolest guy in the prison. In fact, this was something that I tried to do myself. You will see in these abomination of prison pictures that I'm about to show you. My God, these things are so embarrassing. But you just can't possibly imagine the lengths that prisoners will go in an effort to try to look their coolest while taking these pictures. In some cases, while waiting to take these pictures, prisoners will be doing like 1,000 push-ups in an effort to look as big and swole as they possibly can when it comes their turn to actually take pictures. Now, another crazy thing about all of this is the fact that when you are in this picture project getting ready to take your picture, you're going to be in this room or this gym or wherever you are with like a ton of other prisoners. There could be like 100+ other prisoners in there with you waiting to take pictures as well. And if you are somebody who suffers from any form of social anxiety, sort of like I do, this can be an absolute nightmare, because while guys are taking their pictures, all of the other prisoners are in the background making fun of these guys. And I have to assure you, they definitely made a lot of fun of old Joe when it was his turn to take a picture and he was trying to strike a pose. Make sure you capture my best side right here. In an effort for yours truly here to try to look his coolest while in these prison pictures as well. So let's just go ahead and dive into this first picture right here. Look at old Joe standing here trying to look his coolest. In the background, you can see this sunset mural painted on the wall. It's like I'm not even in prison. Maybe I'm at the Bahamas somewhere, and for whatever reason, I'm just wearing my prison blues. This shirt is obviously way too big for me, and these pants are damn near falling off of my ass. Definitely not a good look in prison. And look at how these pants are actually positioned. They're like sagging at an angle. I don't know what that's all about, actually. And also, if you look down at my feet, you can see I've got my Lamborghini Timberland boots on. I was kind of styling in this picture. I thought that I was really definitely looking cool for some reason. Had no hair whatsoever, was damn near rocking a bald head at this point. These were my Michael Scofield days. And this picture was actually taken on March 23rd, 2014. I literally still had more than a year and a half until my actual release. And in this picture, it looks like I'm happy. Maybe it's because of the fact that all I had left was a little more than a year and a half till my release after serving what would amount to be 7 years in prison. And I'm not really sure what's up with this little hand gesture I'm doing in this picture, this little... I do this in a lot of these pictures you're going to see. I don't know why I thought this was cool. I would just always strike up my pose. They would be like, "You ready to take your picture?" And I'm like sweating because all of these prisoners in the background are making fun of me. I'm trying to act like this isn't bothering me, but on the inside it is absolutely tearing me to pieces. So I guess the only thing that I could think during this time to try to look cool was to be like... Now, I don't know what's up with this next picture right here, but this is not a very good picture of me at all. This picture is taken in front of another mural, and by the way, that first mural and this mural as well were not murals that I painted. In fact, this mural in the background behind me was painted by a good friend of mine who was a phenomenal artist in the prison. Now, the most important thing that I'm reminded of with this picture, and this picture really doesn't capitalize on this specifically, but I am reminded of the fact that when you're taking these pictures in prison, you really have to pay attention to how the person taking the picture of you, it's going to be another prisoner doing this, but how they are actually angling the camera at you. Because if they angle this camera just a little bit off center, you're going to look like your legs are this big and your body is this damn long. You really can be completely out of proportion if they angle these cameras even just a little bit. And you got to understand something. These are not like professional photographers taking pictures during this picture project. It's just other prisoners. Now, in some cases, you do have the option to look at the picture after you've taken it. They can show it to you on the little digital camera. But in some cases, you're not going to really notice this thing being out of proportion until you actually get those pictures back. So you could spend $2, $4, $6, even more dollars on taking these pictures. And then when you receive these pictures, you may say to yourself, these pictures are not good at all. I just wasted like $10 on 5 pictures and I hate every single one of these. I can't send these to anybody. My legs look like they're this damn long. My body is this damn tall. They're going to think I'm deformed in here. Oh, this next picture is a disaster. This is where the hair starts coming in for Joe. I'm getting closer to my release, so I'm starting to grow my hair out more, and having hair in prison in the state of Virginia is something that they don't allow. You can only have like 1 inch of hair. Anything longer, they're going to force you to go to the barbershop and get that cut immediately, or they're going to take you to the hole. But this picture is from April of 2015. I only had 6 months left to go, so I was really starting to feel like there wasn't a whole lot this prison could do to me. They weren't going to be able to hold me down any longer. I had already served damn near 7 years. Joe was ready to go home. So again, I was growing my hair out, trying to find some sort of a hairstyle. I was always very insecure about my head, I gotta be honest with you. And this is why I always keep long hair now, because I've got a confession to make. I've got a lopsided head. It's pretty fucking deformed, actually. And it's something that I'm very insecure about, and hence the fact of why I have so much hair now. You can't see my lopsided head. I'm not going to show it to you ever. Ever, ever, ever are you going to see this lopsided dome of mine. But in this picture, I'm actually starting to grow my hair out. I'm definitely feeling myself. I've definitely got that little going on. I really don't know what the hell that's all about. You can see I've got some bling on in this picture as well. I've got this nice little silver watch that I acquired from my days of the prison porn picture operation. Again, Joe was a prison porn picture kingpin. I got all sorts of great stuff from this. Not only was I making all sorts of money in commissary items and had lockers filled with food and just everything, but I also had some really nice property as well. A really nice silver watch. If you have a silver watch in prison, you're balling. This next picture is another abomination of a prison picture that I took, and not only does it feature just Joe in this picture, it also features an old bunkie of mine by the name of Kenny. Now, I've talked about this old bunkie of mine, Kenny, in other videos. This guy had tattoos that ran down both sides of his chin strap. On one side, it said, "I am what I am." And on the other side, it says, "God's gift." Kenny was quite the character. He slept on the top bunk, I slept on the bottom, and me and this guy were really good friends while in prison. We cooked together, ate together, watched TV together. I spent about 1.5 years doing time with old Kenny here. Also in the background, you can see another mural, again, another mural that I didn't paint. But none of this did Joe any justice because he is standing in front of this awesome mural looking absolutely ridiculous. You can almost see the lopsidedness of my bald head in this picture. It almost slopes down with these mountain slopes in this mural picture behind me. Again, this is why I will never shave my head ever. 7/26/15 is when this next picture was taken. I've literally got like a little more than 2 months left to serve in this picture. You would think I would be a lot more happy in this picture. I don't know why I look so sad here. I mean, I literally look like somebody just stole something from me in this picture. It almost looks like they just took my fucking Junie cakes. I mean, I don't know why I look so sad in this picture, but thank God I did take another picture on this very same day. This picture right here, Joe definitely looks a lot more happy, still rocking those Lamborghini Timbos. But look at the back of my shirt. Why is it untucked like that? Maybe it's like a flap to protect the Junie cakes. I'm not really sure what's going on in this. Both of these pictures were also taken in the prison gym. Again, this was somewhere else that we could go to take these pictures. And you have to imagine that while in this gym, there were hundreds of guys staring at me, laughing at me like, "Damn, Joe, look at you in that first picture. You're looking like somebody just took your Junie cake, looks, boy. It's kind of embarrassing. It is a very anxiety-filled thing to have to try to take pictures and look cool in front of a bunch of other prisoners who are sitting there making fun of you the entire time. But I nailed it on the second attempt, though. Definitely a lot more proud of this picture. Hell, I look a lot more happy in this picture, and you can definitely tell that old Joe, he only has a little more than 2 months left to serve until he's gonna be free again after so much time locked away. I have to say this, like, most of the pictures that I took while locked up, they didn't come out good at all. And this next picture is from, again, around April of 2015, and this is another horrible picture. This is obviously right after I got a horrible prison haircut. Joe in this picture is now rocking the prison chomo glasses, and I am standing here under this exit sign. I thought that this was like the coolest thing in the world to do at this time. I can remember specifically thinking, yeah, I'm gonna take this picture underneath this exit sign because that's gonna represent that old Joe is about to be free again. I'm about to be walking out this door back out into the free world. But again, I have this look on my face in this picture like somebody just took my Junie cakes. I can't believe, why would they take those? This video is gonna be horrible. All of these horrible pictures bring us to the very last picture here, and this picture is probably the best picture that I have, and also one of the most proud prison pictures that I have as well. This picture is of the 2015 Indian Creek Prison Soccer Champions, which old Joe was a part of. Can you actually spot me in this picture? It's almost like a Where's Waldo? Better yet, Where's Wall Joe? Oh wait, there I am, all the way in the background. That's a good place for Joe. He definitely belongs in the background of this picture because as it would turn out, I really didn't do anything during the last game of this soccer season that actually won us the championship. The championship soccer game. I was horrible in this game. I can specifically remember I played probably my worst game of prison soccer during this event. Right next to me is a good friend of mine, a very country dude by the name of Fathead. It's almost like he has no neck at all. This guy was a pretty big dude, very awesome individual, gambled a lot. In fact, me and this guy used to go in on these massive gambling sprees. We lost a lot of money together. And right next to Fathead is another guy that I knew really well in prison. This guy went by the nickname B. He was actually the leader of a major gang at this prison. Really cool guy, but also violent as hell. Awesome individual to have on the soccer team because everybody that we played against was absolutely scared to death of this guy. In fact, there were some other bloods on our soccer team as well, and anytime anything would ever jump off on the soccer field involving B, it would turn into a fucking gang war out there. But the crazy damn thing is that won us a lot of games. In fact, teams were actually scared to play us. It probably really wasn't fair, but it's prison soccer. In prison sports, there really are no rules. It's either you foul me and we're fighting, or you foul me and it's a fucking gang war on the field. Now the next person I want to tell you about in this picture, it's a very fucked up, tragic situation, but this dude right here, Tim, really awesome dude. This dude worked out all the time. Huge, muscular dude. You can't really tell it in this picture, but this dude had a major drug problem. He was addicted to dope, and he went home and he actually fucking died. It's fucking tragic. This dude overdosed, and that's the fucking end. Probably had all the potential in the world to do awesome things, but because of drugs, none of that is ever gonna fucking happen. Miko right here, another one of my prison bunkies and also a really good friend of mine. An awesome dude that I spent probably like 2 years doing time with. Really a funny dude with a fucked up situation of how he actually ended up in prison. This guy was drunk, actually got in a car accident that killed his best friend, and he ended up getting 5 years for that. Can you just imagine causing a car accident because you are drunk, killing your best friend in that accident? Forget the fact that you have to serve 5 years because of that, but just knowing what you did that caused your best friend to not be here anymore. It's pretty fucked up as well. I could actually tell so many crazy stories about each and every one of the guys in this prison championship soccer picture here, but we'll save that for another time. Hey, look, I hope you enjoyed this video and looking at how ridiculous old Joe looked in his prison pictures. And if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know just how fucking ridiculous I looked. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted and make the most of every day. Peace!